The break. Uganda produces about 5,000 metric tons of honey annually, remitting about 50 billion shillings. However, the industry continues to face a number of challenges, from production of honey, that is, to processing. Today, we turn the spotlight on honey as various stakeholders mark the Honey Week from today, 24th to 27th of August in Kampala. Joining me in studio is Dickson Biryomisho. He's the Executive Director of the Uganda National Apiculture Development Organization, TUNADO. TUNADO is a membership body that unites producers, beekeepers, processors, packers, service providers, trainers, researchers, marketers, equipment manufacturers, etc. Everybody that is a part of the honey making business. Good afternoon, Dickson.
Good afternoon to you.
Honey is an awesome product. I do consume it, but I'll tell you that many times when you go to supermarkets and other places in this country, you'll find that there's substandard honey that we have out there. It has many additives and several other things. Why is that the case?
Actually, sometimes people have that perception that there is something that is added in honey, but natural honey does crystallize. And because of our environment, usually the honey we produce crystallizes, and it is normal when the honey crystallizes.
So you're saying there's no substandard honey products out there? Can you speak with a guarantee, really?
There could be some traces, but the honey on the supermarket shelves, for example, we have tried, and they have barcodes, meaning that we can trace them back.
Look, there are about 169 registered honey producers and processors, but only 3 of them are certified by UNBS. That worries me as a honey consumer.
Actually, we have now, so far we have about 10 certified honey producers.
Out of 169.
But all of the 169, they have certificates. The honeys have been tested and they have quality, UNBS. Only that there are processes they need to undertake to be able to attain standard or quality mark. But the truth is that every time we carry out national residue monitoring plan, our honeys have always passed the test, and that's why we are allowed even to export to European Union.
You see, one of the challenges we have as a country is that sometimes we export raw materials and then it gets processed by whoever. It returns on our supermarket shelves, stupendously expensive. And I'm looking at honey. What do we do to try and add value to it, for export especially?
Yeah, one of the things that we need to do is
No. What are we doing currently, not what we need to do?
Okay, what we are doing currently, that previously we used to export honey in combs. But this time around, we first churn honey out of the combs, and then we extract the combs and have the beeswax and export beeswax. But also we are making candles, we are making honey, packaging it and exporting it. So we are adding value. It's not that we are totally exporting raw material.
The Honey Week is on from today, 24th to 27th of this very month. There is a week for literally everything. So, Honey Week, what is it that you are trying to achieve as you have this in place?
One of the things that we want to tell to Ugandans is that we would want to assure the public that even in Uganda we produce quality bee products. And we would also want to demonstrate how somebody can tell quality bee product, quality honey. If you move to the supermarket or anywhere and get the honey, how can you tell that this is quality honey without necessarily testing it using scientific methods? That's one. 2, we would want to demonstrate the different products that we get out of bees, so that bees are not just looked at as animals for producing honey alone. But also, I would want to tell the public that the food we eat is pollinated by bees, and that the most cash crops, expensive cash crops Uganda has, depend on the bees. So without bees, nothing can happen in this country, because people would be food insecure, and we shall not even get cash crops like coffee. So we want to tell that the general public, and we shall provide free training services to whoever comes to the National Honey Week.
Currently, the honey business is to the tune of about 50 billion shilling industry, thereabout. It is the informal sector. And I'll tell you, we on this other end of the formal sector, we normally cry foul. Why? Because when it comes to taxation, we bear the biggest brand. We are the easy target, salary earners. Before your salary comes, it's easy to slash. When government wants to increase the salary, the taxes, it's easy to tax the corporates, the formal sector. And the informal sector, you folks do pay some taxes, yes, but sometimes there's a feeling that you are not playing a good enough part on your end as far as tax paying is concerned. How are you people handling that?
I think that's not true. We actually pay a lot of tax as well. Because if you look at
there's being a lot to you. Certainly, taxes can never be, little to anybody, but is it what should be paid by you people, like it is on this other end?
To me, I would even think that we are not supposed to pay tax because...
Why not? You're producing. You're making money.
You see,
you are adding value to the economy, are you not? Like we are.
You see, bees provide a social good. For example, the food we eat. If the bees do pollinate all the crops we are eating in the country, so if you say that we pay tax, for example, and we stop keeping bees, Uganda would be food insecure. The whole world would be food insecure.
Dickson, I can reason the same and say, look, the job that I do here is a socially viable job. We inform you people on what's happening, you consume our news, etc., etc. So I can say, do not tax us because we are adding value to this country, we are helping Ugandans to know what's happening, etc., etc.
But the truth is that we do pay tax, especially in the form of when we pay domestic tax. For example, if we are importing the packaging materials which we use, if the honey goes to supermarket, VAT is taxed. So it's not that we surely do not pay taxes, but it is only at the farm level that taxes are not paid. But the equipment and the equipment and other things that are used on farm, tax is already incorporated. So purely, it's not that we don't pay tax.
All right, Dickson, Biryomisho, thank you for joining us, and hopefully the Honey Week will be another plus to this industry.
Yeah, and it is free. Please come and join us from today up to Saturday at 6 to 6 p.m.